Hi, my name is John Hawkins with Miller Industries, and today we're lucky enough to have Ed Mabe with Ashley Sling, one of our premier vendors here at Miller. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the alloy slings and just the inspection process of it. So Ed, what do you think?
Thanks, John. Let's start by emphasizing the importance of inspecting alloy chain slings. Not only is it good to prevent unnecessary risks, but more importantly, it helps save lives. ASME requires that we inspect our alloy chain slings at least once per year.
Over and above your annual inspection and what date you ever choose to do that, want to look at coming home from a really severe casualty, a strong, pull that was required in order to get that casualty back home, being around chemicals during the accident scene, being around heat from a fire that maybe destroyed the tractor trailer. Definitely that rigging should be inspected, not waiting for that year. But Ed, let's get into some of the points about what do you look for when you're inspecting.
Okay, John, the first thing we want to do is we want to locate the identification tag on the alloy chain sling. The identification tag has important information on it, such as rating, size, and length. ASME requires that all alloy chain slings be properly tagged and legible. This is the number one issue we see at Ashley Sling. It is important to remove the alloy chain sling from service if the tag is missing or cannot be read. Now we want to look for excessive wear, nicks, and gouges. Secondly, let's look for bent, twisted, or deformed chain or fittings. Then let's look for heat damage on the chain sling. Now we want to check the chain and the fittings for stretch that may not be visible. So what we will need is a tape measure and the help of an assistant to measure the chain sling. Lay the chain sling out on a flat surface. As you lay the chain sling out, be sure to remove the twists so that the alloy chain sling will lay flat. Start your measurement from the inside bearing point of the bottom hooker hardware, then measure to the inside bearing point of the upper hooker hardware. Now verify what was measured matches what is listed on the tag. If this measurement is different than what is listed on the tag, the alloy chain sling needs to be removed from service immediately. Lastly, it's important to check the ability of the alloy chain sling and the fittings to articulate freely. Chain slings and components not articulating freely is a common issue we see at Ashley Sling. Allowing the chain links and hardware to hinge freely is important to the proper performance and overall rating of the alloy chain sling. When in doubt, remove the alloy chain sling from service. Now let's talk about repair and replacement of alloy chain slings. All alloy chain slings go through an extensive certification process before leaving our factories. All alloy chain slings are 200% proof load tested to the safe working load of the chain. You should never try to modify or repair your alloy chain slings.
And that's a great point, Ed. So if you find yourself having to repair or replace a sling, remember, reach out to your authorized Miller distributor and seek their assistance. I'd like to thank Ed and Ashley Sling for taking the time to coming down here, and I'd also like to thank you all for watching these videos. Make sure you subscribe to our news feed to stay up to date on all the latest news and information from Miller Industries.
Miller Industries, the world leader in towing and recovery equipment.
This video is for product demonstration purposes only and is not intended for training or instructional purposes. Situations vary and operators should rely on their own professional knowledge and safety procedures when conducting actual recoveries.